Good evening, good evening, good evening. How is everybody doing today? I know we are going to have a little bit of a fun subject to go over real quick. And yeah, we are definitely going to get going. So okay. Good evening, North Carolina Patriot. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I know. Yeah, I screwed up there. I apologize. So, yes, I apologize. I screwed up there. But yeah, anyways, we will definitely cover a few different topics tonight. Yes, Twitch is online. So, yeah, Twitch notification just went out. So, I think we'll start seeing people showing up very, very quickly. So, yes, Miss Erin, we are live. I know everybody's like, okay, are you coming on? Are you going on Twitch? What is going on? So, good evening, Lori. Good evening, Proud. Sorry, I'm taking off my jacket. It's been a little bit cold here today. So, North Carolina, Pennsylvania. Perfect. Welcome. Yeah, it's Tennessee, Eastern Tennessee, Washington. Yeah, I think we have somebody knocking at the door. So I him in right away, and we're gonna have a little bit of a yeah. So we are going to cover something really quick because I know there was a lot of chatter about it, and we're gonna just get it out of the way and done and over with. So yes, I did reach out to DT today, just so everybody knows, and we did talk for about 45 minutes. Got into why he ended up leaving. There's a whole bunch of stuff in regards to why he left the other platform that we were originally a part of, no longer affiliated with. So yeah, I'm talking to him. We're just gonna see how it goes, and yeah, there's a potential that we might have him on. Guys, I'm gonna be real. I don't want to jeopardize what we have, but he is a lot more free of tongue when it comes to chasing down rabbit holes that I can't even touch. I couldn't touch anytime since yeah. So anyways, guys, yes, he did leave. There was a very public and very how would you say it? In your face way of leaving, but guys, so yeah, we're gonna so one thing that I've actually fielded a lot of questions from people who followed me prior to DT coming on and then stayed on which with the other platform after I left because of information that DT provided. I've been fielding a lot of questions from them in regards to where we're at. So I have a feeling that things are gonna definitely grow very quickly.
Quantify that a little better.
I think we are going to see a lot of people switching over from that platform over to us.
Well, I think people are tired of paying money.
So, guys, do I trust everything that's said by every person? No. Do I?
Even me? Thanks a lot.
You and I have history, but there are other people that literally they want to go and sensationalize, and I'm very much against that. So,
Oh, I agree. Same reason I stopped doing what I was doing with them.
King Me, did you watch the clip that I sent you? Yes, I did. As far as what the clip that was sent, guys, just so everybody's understanding, they came out and said that there was dead bodies and children and women and all sorts of people that were being trafficked
Okay, time
through
out.
Evergreen.
Let's explain the history because they're taking it down a rabbit hole that doesn't belong.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the deal. Shane was with Chaz years before I came around. I came on with Chaz I had a ton of information for obviously the flights. If anybody was with Chaz for a while, saw that video clip of the planes taken off out of Belgium and all kinds of different things. I was feeding Chaz that information. I opted not to go online because I wasn't sure what to think, how to think, or anything else. Chaz introduced Shane and I, and Shane and I immediately hit it off. And we were bouncing stuff off of each other consistently because we were looking to give people as much honesty and as much real information as we could. So we were using our history, our life's experiences to do that. I started to pull away from Chaz whenever he continually was begging for money. I did not want that. I did not want to be a part of that. Nothing. When Shane started running into his concerns with Chaz, Shane and I were on the phone, and I said, "Pull that trigger, pull the trigger. I don't care. I'll give you what I've got, and go from there." When Shane and Chaz decided to part ways, and I'm just going to leave it at that, I told Shane, I don't necessarily want to be on every night. I don't necessarily need to be on every night. This is your gig. It's not mine. And it's just slowly matured more and more to be to what it is now. So I wanted to make sure you guys understood really what's going on. On top of that, Shane and I talk 7 times a day, 8 times a day, sometimes.
Well, enough to where our wives are starting to wonder if we're married instead of us with our individual wives. Okay, right. So guys, we do bounce a lot of information off of each other. We do talk quite a bit, and it's when it comes to a business relationship, guys. I'm gonna be blunt. If things don't work out between me and somebody else, you'll never hear about it. Nobody will, unless it gets brought up, and then I'll say what I need to say, and that's it. I'm not going to continue to beat that dead horse. But
Right. But remember, we've also had a lot of people come over since you and I started down this road. So I want to make sure everybody really understands what's, where that history is and what's going on.
And guys, for me, I know that there is a lot of bad blood between some of the people, or quite a few of the people that are on the platform, on our signal group, and so on and so forth. There's bad blood between them and the other channel. I'm not gonna continue to disparage them, but sometimes I kind of think it couldn't happen to better people. But I digress.
Here's the thing.
Jason, the look on your face is like,
yeah. Well, I've got a lot of choice words about that particular channel. Here's the thing. When you do something for the right reason, it may take longer for it to come over, and it may take longer for things to happen, but things will happen better in the long run than when you're misplaced in doing it for other reasons. You know what I'm saying? It's when money's involved, greed's involved. And that's a big problem.
Quite honestly, guys, do I have a lot invested into this? Yes. I have a lot of time, energy, and effort invested, money invested, but I don't complain about it. I understand that in order to move forward and keep this going, that money is just going to have to be covered somewhere. So when we start discussing money, and you guys, just so you guys are aware, it total the money that was spent before I started my own stuff. You're talking to the tune of about $7,000 to $8,000 minimum that was spent, and I know I have all the receipts. And then after I left, I got to pay that again. And so I'm talking about it to let you guys know that if it was all about the money for me, the only thing that you would hear every single night is donate, donate, donate.
Right.
And for me, I tell people, if you want to donate, there's a donate link somewhere on the page. If you don't, that's fine. If you want to help, if you want to buy shirts, you can go buy shirts in the store. I don't say, hey, go out and buy these. I just let you know, here's where they're at. If you want to buy them, sweet. If not, sweet. So I'm very in the doghouse in regards to my wife and the money that I spent doing this, but my wife understands too that I do this more for therapy for myself than I do it for anybody else. Because, guys, I can't talk politics to 90% of the family that we have close by. And some of the friends that we have close by, you don't even dare talk politics because it just turns into a big old headache. So,
yeah,
we do this and we make it so people understand that I'm not in it to make money. If money's made, if stuff happens, it's all going back to paying off what I've put into it. But that's so. But
so I think we covered enough of that. You want to move on with your conversation with DT? Absolutely. Let's go ahead and get into that, and then we can get into
okay. Yeah. So let's.
I wanted to make sure
conversation with DT. So I had a chat with DT today, and we were on the phone for about 45 minutes, like I said before. But it was interesting because I think everybody and their dog probably has heard the message that people were putting out, that it was a heated discussion, so on and so forth, and that DT just hung up on him. And I was like, hey, so I'm just curious what really took place, because everything that I had heard from the live earlier and everything else sounded just like the same way that they explained me away. And I'm like, that's kind of weird. So I asked him, and I will read to you guys the message that I received from him,
Which is him.
from DT.
Okay.
So this is the message I received. Blake called screaming at my partner and I, alleging that we started our own workplace account, but we never did. In fact, it was us who received an email about an account, which we forwarded to them as puzzling. He then turned around and accused us of opening in secret. Preposterous. Then members started sending us videos of where he is caught defrauding people with an MLM scheme. So we're good. He's probably bipolar. I don't know. I'm only interested in spreading light and helpful information. That was the gist of the entire text conversation that we had. And of course, he kind of went down some rabbit holes with me. But one-on-one, I don't really care about people doing that. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I can't really, I don't agree with it, but I'll listen to you.
Okay? Right. So here's the thing with DT, guys. Those who don't know. So you've got Shane over here, right? Right at the edge, right? Of completely mainstream as far as responses go and things like that. Well, he and I will bounce way over here like this, right? We try not to go way over here into the extremes. Well, if you notice my hand placements, right? DT is probably right about there. Okay. He has rabbit holes that are so deep and so crazy and so far out there that it takes a long time to understand everything that he's talking about. He's a really interesting character. To be a really good guy. Haven't had a chance to talk to him, but I think he would definitely bring in a completely different level of entertainment value between Shane and I's dryness.
Yeah, that, guys, quite honestly, that's, you see, for me, I am so, how would you consider it? I am a very I'm anti-hype. I try to keep the hype down. But I mean, for me, it's like, okay, can we jump on, bring somebody? Can we bring them on and just let people know that, hey,
Winks, yes. Guys, absolutely agree. He is he has a really good, likable sense of humor. Okay. 100%. Nice dude. My only concern is, the rabbit holes of the letters of the alphabet. that
Yeah.
is a double digit, like 15 plus 2, where he'll just come right out and say everything.
Yeah. Went to the other channel because of Shane. Okay. He's a Hollywood version of you two. That's a
Proud
good
is
way
all
of-
over it. Proud's like, let's go. Let's go.
Don't need. Yeah, and guys, quite honestly, I wouldn't. I'm gonna be clear, just so everybody knows. If we're to do something like that, it would definitely not be in the same time slot as what Jason and I do currently. So, yeah. But if I was to do something like that, once we get the last few pieces put together on the social platform on the back end of the website, and yes, I am still working on it, guys. So as you guys go through, it is not quite ready yet, but as I get it finished up, we by all means, if somebody wants to go down the rabbit holes with them, we'll have a group for it, and all the rabbit hole stuff can go in there, and they'll be able to do the live streams and all that stuff. So yeah, as far as so as far as the rabbit holes, guys, as soon as I get the live streaming ability on the platform itself, if he wants a live stream inside of a group, that's fine. I think that's probably what will be. That's probably what will end up happening.
Duncan. I enjoy listening to DT when he is talking. I just want to yell squirrel at him sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if we can talk about that later. But I'm wondering if you can do a spin-off, if you will, of this.
Oh, for like have a channel where if people want to go down the rabbit holes, or what are you talking about?
Yeah, a channel to go down the rabbit holes. This I just met. He's typing away like crazy, working on it. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of a split thing, but guys, I think it's gonna probably be something where we have a group on the social media side of the website. If people want to join the group, go down the rabbit holes. The live streaming ability will be there, and can go from there. As far as bringing on, if I'm gonna go down that road, I'm gonna be very, very clear that I won't have my name on it.
You know what? It's if you did something like The Rabbit Hole by PNN. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then if we want to bring him in, for 20 minutes, a half an hour, 1 week on here, that's another thing too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, guys, I'm
It's-
throwing this. I'm throwing. Shane and I have communicated about this for about a half an hour, and I'm open to seeing what you guys hear.
Yeah. And
I'm
guys,
open to hear what you guys say. Sorry.
it's something that we, like he said, we've been kicking around for about a half hour. Do I have 100% made a decision? No.
Ooh, Cat's got a good one. The Mad Hatter by PNN.
That is a good one.
That is really good. Proud he is. He, from what I understand, is absolutely all over it.
If he said that he would go to just about any channel if they would actually allow him to talk. So that for me that tells me that he's up for it.
So, what about this, Shane? And guys, I don't mean to bring up like this kind of business, but you guys are important too. So I'm gonna throw this out there. You go back to doing your podcast, your video podcast in the mornings, okay, and do straight news, right? You and I do that review of the news at night with everybody and allow everyone to answer the questions and field their concerns and everything else. And then you have your spinoff that comes on right afterwards that if people don't want to stay, they can go and we add more people to the Mad Hatter portion.
And basically I'm gonna table it for right now. I think it's something that is going to I'm gonna have to think about a lot. So we're gonna table it, and if there's comments, concerns, questions, stuff like that, definitely let Jason or I know. We are talking quite a bit in regards to anything that happens with the show. We are planning on bringing other people on. I know we do have a guest that is going to be coming on sometime here in the hopefully very near future.
I'm thinking next week.
Okay. Yeah. Like I said, in the very near future, we're hoping to have him come on and I mean, hopefully have some good old fashioned entertainment there. And yeah, I'm talking to some other conservative podcast hosts that are looking for an hour slot. So we have been reaching out to other conservative podcasters. So
just so everybody knows what we're talking about, I've been in communication with Richard Citizen Journalist about 3 times a week. I'm trying to get him together to come on. Conservative Ant from TikTok and Clapper. He and I have a pretty decent connection. He's in the middle of a move, but I think should be ready to go by next week. There's Conservative Texan, Conservative Barbie, and a couple other ones. Plus, I'm also trying to get Adam, the heck's his last name?
Calhoun.
Yeah, Adam Calhoun and why can't I think of the other one's name? The Tennessee dude.
The what?
The
crazy one?
Oh God, I can't even remember his name now.
The one that's always with Ryan Calhoun.
Yeah.
Or Adam Calhoun. Ryan Upchurch.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
So guys, that's what we're working. I'm and Shane are both working on right now. It's some, and I'm not saying the people that I named, but some people want money to do something like this, and Shane is just not available do. And it's not, it's going to have to be, people are going to come on, speak from their hearts. And that's what we want. That's what we're looking for. That's what he.
Yeah, in regards to guys, anything I'm doing is I'm not doing it for the money. There's not going to be a charge
Right.
on anything that we do. As far as updating on stuff that's going on in the world, yes, we do see those comments. So we're going to jump into some of that stuff very quickly, but yeah, we'll see what we can do in regards to bringing other people on. Richard Citizen posted an interesting video of nothing going on in Washington at the Capitol.
He puts material out, and some of it's very pertinent and some of it isn't. But he's continually putting content out to make sure that his name is there, which is fine.
Is Richard good on the ground reporting as far as guys,
video? Absolutely.
what
He has been on the money on his video.
and guys, as far as him, he's a video journalist. He is literally doing everything for videos, and that's how he's marketing himself. He's a video journalist. But as far as like hard concrete intel, like stuff that's coming out of the intelligence, that's not where I wouldn't classify him there.
No. But if you want video of something you've heard of in DC lately, he's been the guy.
Yeah, there was an Osprey that was in DC today. Yes, there was.
There was actually two.
Oh. So, yeah, guys, it is not. He got excited about the Marine Ones coming and doing practice landings because of where they're landing and how frequently they were landing. That does not happen very often, if at all.
Right. Right. They normally don't practice that per se there. They'll practice something like that somewhere else, but definitely not there. So,
but I know people are wondering about people are going to start asking about the planes in the live stream, so you might as well bring those up and share what you're seeing.
Busy day today. I think at the highest point we had 370 some odd planes up. Right now we're looking at 145 that are marked. We had 50 refuelers up today. So that tells me that there was a lot of jets that were off screen.
Yep.
Why would they practice for landing in a bird sanctuary? It's the room. All right. So a helicopter needs X number of feet for the blades to be able to land. And it's about the perfection of getting that helicopter to drop in. There are 100 other places that they could be doing practice.
It was just strange where they were doing it.
Right. So, I know Wings alerted me to quite a bit today of what was going on.
Yeah, I was kind of feeling left out. She hadn't been piping up very often for the last couple of days, so I was just like, "Hey, you all right? I haven't seen you on." Yeah, she's like, "Yeah, I'm just staying quiet." So,
Yeah.
guys, anybody who thinks, I would just let you guys know if we will joke around and banter around and talk, and I will go off on a tangent, come back, go off on another tangent, come back, and I might be acting like Joe Biden. Guess what? It is part of life. I do have my off days. I have my good days, and sometimes my good days just outnumber my off days. So, yeah. Anyways,
Everybody, just so everybody knows, yes, they are doing a lot of moving right now. But as I've said before, and I'm going to say it again, just guys, look, the C-17s that are moving and around in the U.S. Those are moving National Guardsmen for vaccines. So
yeah, sometimes I just need a good old presidential nap. About 2.5 hours. So, yeah, we have a lot of fun with you guys. As you guys are commenting, we do like to have a little bit of fun. So,
what is weird that would be questionable? So anybody who gets on and starts looking at ADSB, and doesn't know how to look at it at first and understand really the movements and things that are going on, it's overwhelming at first. It's really overwhelming. Winks can attest to that. That's for sure. My shirt's red. It's a Harley Davidson shirt. But it definitely it's a lot to look at and a lot to figure out. So I want to make sure that I explained everything to everybody. I like it. Everybody's looking at my shirt. When MSM, and this is not what I'm laughing about, when MSM says President Biden shows a picture, I cannot see him as president. I think that's actually supposed to stop. I think they're supposed to be not referring to him as President Biden anymore. I think they're supposed to be referring to him and Harris as an administration overall.
yeah.
Mickey came up with a tip for you. That's for you, Shane. That's not for me.
Okay.
So I personally believe, Sam, they aren't necessarily admitting that he's not. I think it's more of a gentle introduction to Kamala as president. So that's a good one. And I'm not even going to, no, the one above it. Thank you. I'm sorry, I will probably butcher your name, so I'm not going to go there.
Just Anna.
Huh?
Anna.
Oh, yeah, I see that now. I was gonna say Ann Neck,
Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
know
no,
what you were going to say, and I'm just like, no.
yeah, got it. Okay.
Just remember, Anna and I are the youngest people in the whole group. We're
Oh, is that what it is?
yeah.
So long story short, I was informed within 3 weeks to a month is when it is supposed to end. Now, whether that ends in our favor or in something else, I don't know. I know Psaki has been talking a ton about Biden and Obama talking to each other. Kamala has been officially introduced to Obama. So I don't know. I really don't know.
Am I sure about that, Shane? Well, without revealing ages or anything, I know I could safely say that looking at the, you know what, I know something. Watch this. I want to show people something real quick, Jason.
Yeah, go ahead. Narini, I don't believe she's qualified to run a regular office as an admin, let alone be president.
Okay,
She's
so,
something else.
okay, so I'm gonna share my screen because I want you guys, and this is gonna shock people because they probably don't realize I can actually see this. But here we go. So I age and gender. 86% of the viewing audience, 86.7 to be exact, of the audience is female. 13.3 is male. So the women outweigh the men. And 30% of the audience is between the ages of 45 and 54. And 70% is between 55 and 64. So, guys, we literally when people ask me if I'm sure, I look at the analytics in regards to that, and I kind of make guesstimations. I'm 30 years old, guys, so I am a young punk, and I know, but yes, I do find that it is kind of humorous, and I know I don't like to make people ever feel like I'm trying to be disingenuous, but I people don't really realize how young I am.
So, King Me, is it normal for, sorry, Shane, not to jump off, but there was a bunch of questions that popped up. Is it normal for the vice president to join the president for the morning presidential briefings? On a normal basis, there is a portion that the vice president is entitled to receive. After that, the vice president normally has to leave, and then the president will get the final portions of the briefings. However, for the normalcy of the Biden presidency, the Biden Harris administration, there's nothing that's normal. I'll be brutally honest. There's nothing that's normal. Narini, what do you think Trump is going to the border? What do you think Trump going to the border is going to have anything to do with what you're saying now? I think that it is to actually see and experience what's going on for him to plan accordingly. And what is he planning for? I still, to this day, I think he's coming back, and it's not going to be a question.
do they really give them serious briefings, guys? They probably get the watered down version. The Presidential Daily Brief. I know there were things that previous presidents had to have watered down too. So, but yes, I know how young I am. Nobody has to impress on me how young I am.
Well, I mean, if you really want to talk about it, I could theoretically be your father.
Yeah, if you were only 14, or if you were 14 and had me.
Yeah.
So,
did I hear Katie McElhaney will be going to work with Fox News?
With Harris Faulkner, yes. Yep, she was hired by Fox News.
I didn't, but
if you combine Harris with Biden, you get Biden. Hide Biden.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and unless that was just YouTube, I can't see that over on Twitch. So I don't have that analytic over there.
Tracy K, do you think Trump gets briefed? Absolutely. Trump in fact,
the former president
correct
gets briefed on the day-to-days. He'll continue to get briefed until somebody cuts off his classification. So,
well, that was brought up by Biden.
Yep.
Biden wanted to pull his briefings.
Yep, but they can't without they have to take his security clearance.
Not just security; they've got to take a lot of weight to get to those briefings.
Yep. Yeah, I'm actually not all that surprised, but I mean there are people that are
they need it. They were losing viewership.
Yeah. Pelosi already tried to cut off his classification. She cannot do that. That is not her place. They can introduce a resolution to ask Joe Biden to cancel it, but
Peaches, I am definitely not going to play football, but my son's got a game this weekend. I don't think that's what she's referring to. I don't believe so. If you're referring to to the nuclear football, no, I don't think it's going to be played with at all. That the nuclear option for the U.S. would probably be one of the absolute last resorts.
Are you still on the football comment?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is definitely not what I would. I don't think that's where they're going with it, but yeah, the Supreme Court. Yeah, that thing there was quite a shocker, actually. What's new with Arizona audit? You know, we're still kind of in limbo because they're really not releasing a whole lot of details right now in regards to the Arizona audit.
Let me look it up while you guys are talking.
Was it unanimous? No. It was a 5-4 decision. No DEFCON changes, not that I'm aware of. Supreme Court is one disappointment after another. Yes, I agree. Oh boy, we are getting up. Hey, Jason, I just popped over and looked when we started the show out here about 50 minutes ago. We were at 225 followers. We're up at 240. So they say the Democrats will keep Cuomo in office. Guys, I called it a week and a half ago that Cuomo was going to have a 9th and a 10th. Well, number 9 just popped forward yesterday. His 9th accuser.
They are actually putting anyone who worked in the office under oh my gosh, subpoena.
Yeah. So what
there is legitimately no update at all that I
What
can.
do I think about Pence running for president in 2024? I'm here to tell him, don't do it. But yeah, he's talking about coming in, and I'm just like, no. He needs to just stay away.
I think Pence circles back more just freaking chase his own tail.
Well, that's what Pence is really good at.
Because I don't know if the tail's wagging the dog or the dog is wagging the tail with that one.
The tail's wagging the dog. I'm going to see if I can pull up a video. People were wondering about the fires and stuff that were going on.
Fires.
Out in Rapid City.
Oh.
So
Marjorie Taylor Greene was just down at Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. President, and the people love you.
It's great to be with Marjorie, a very special person. She's out there.
Is that yours?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Let me pull up Parler real quick. Parler.
Guys, this is a fire. If people can see that, this is part of that fire that was burning in Rapid City. I guess they are saying that part of it, or for the most part, is contained. So they're saying what, 50% contained, 1 verified home lost. So
what do you think about that? I actually love that. You think I'm crazy? That guy's bonkers.
what the world?
These guys are like, what the hell, dude? Calm down.
What did you do, Shane?
I had Jeff Dunham playing in the background.
What did you do? Kill you.
So
We gonna play?
It's great to be with Marjorie, a very special person. She's out there fighting hard. And people,
yeah, you can't hear that.
Now, let's see.
Did you share the audio too? Oh yes, you did.
Yeah. He is the leader of the Republican Party, and his America First policies will lead our party to victory in 22 and 24. So that'll be interesting. I wonder how much was shared on that conversation.
What's that?
I said, I wonder how much was shared between the two of them with their conversation today.
Don't know. Are Hillary's emails declassified? Yeah, I can publish them all. They're all declassified. They had to be. As soon as they're put out on the internet, they have to go through a declass real quick.
So did anybody hear what Biden plans to do to pay for everything?
Besides tax the crap out of us?
It's not just us. The American corporations are losing their tax benefits. American corporation tax rates are going from 21 to 28%. Anyone over $400,000 a year, anyone, is going up in percentage. He still swears that he's not going to go and tax anybody under 400,000, but he's also swore a couple other things up and down.
Well, he also said that he wasn't going to end fracking. He did that.
Right. So, you want to talk about taking taxes and just pushing jobs away. Those companies that Trump fought to keep here are going to take off. Army vet, I see that 200,000.
Yeah, well, he's already toned it down, but that's what his original promise was. So
we will be losing. I foresee if that goes through, we will be losing a lot of U.S. jobs.
Well, I can tell you straight up that there won't be any benefit for me to stay in business anymore. Originally it was 400 that he was promising, and then he did change it to 200. But yes, originally it was 400.
Army vet, I agree with you 100%. Daydream, they tried doing that here. Heard they might tax for every mile you drive. They tried to do that here in Illinois, and I got dropped down. But it would have cost us dearly when we're already paying big money.
We haven't made, Americans haven't made that kind of money in over, forever. I I mean, quite honestly, if people really wanted to get technical, if you look at the tax on gasoline that is already built into the cost of gasoline, you can figure almost 35 to 45 cents per gallon is tax on gasoline. So they're either gonna have to make vehicles really fuel efficient, or B, nobody's gonna be driving. Or
They
C,
want to shut
will be-
down. They want
or
to shut
C
down
will
all.
be just like Winks is saying. Will be just like the Chinese and riding pedal bikes.
He would love that. Turn America into China.
Well,
But he's talking about turning, stopping all petroleum, what you call it, refinement in 5 years.
it's kind of funny. So, talking about stopping petroleum refinement, you know all the products that he won't be able to get. I mean, his shampoo, his body wash, all of his Vaseline. Yes, now I'm really starting to going down. Yeah, so he'll be. I mean, he's gonna miss out on a lot of the geriatric products that he probably already uses
Right.
because they're all oil based. I don't even think he lasts 4 years, even if he does. Refining your aim. I think that's a lot of us, sir.
I got to be honest. They're going to take away petroleum jelly. I think they already have for most Americans.
No, they haven't. It's still available.
That's not what I'm saying. Army vet, you kind of get where I'm going with it.
I'll put that one up there.
Yeah. We won't have petroleum jelly for that because I don't think we do now.
Buy stock in horses and buggies. Yeah, guys. Horses and buggies. I mean, the Amish have gotten to the point where they use them all the time. So they still use them. So I guess there must be something. No lipstick going Amish. Yeah, I did read an article. They said the Amish community up there in PA had already achieved herd immunity. Did you know that?
Which I'm surprised. I thought that they couldn't do stuff like that.
What do you mean?
Modern medicine with vaccines and things like that.
No, they're technically not supposed to. But yeah, there's I think they probably did test them to some degree, but this kind of chapped my butt. I'm gonna be. I wanted to take this mic stand and just break it over somebody's head, over what the article I read in regards to the migrant children getting preferential treatment for in classroom learning. That really chapped my butt. Have anything you want to say about it, Jason, because you're chewing on your hand and you're starting to make me nervous.
Just
we know
trying to
you
keep
injured your
myself.
thumb, but
I'm just trying to keep myself a little calm right now.
oh yeah.
The part that's pissing me off the most, and I got to be honest with you guys, is we as American citizens are getting shit on. Literally shit on from our government. And people who are coming across the border are being given shit on silver freaking platters. And I'm sick and tired of it. I don't get it. We've got freaking military personnel that are literally living under gosh darn bridges. But let's take care of our freaking immigrants. Let's take care of these immigrants who can't wait in freaking line to come over legally.
I'm glad you were starting to go off on it because I was getting people know how heated I get, and I do post or I do say some pretty outrageous things, and I have had to take down a couple videos, guys, because some snowflake will probably say that I am threatening somebody.
I don't freaking understand. I don't get why the people of this country cannot be taken care of first. We've got freaking children who live, born, and were raised in this country that are freaking starving. But yet, everybody else gets 3 freaking squares a day and a roof.
Yep. And as far as the majority of pregnant women, yes. Okay, so there is a study that is supposed to be released. It is coming out of the University of, I think it's University of Texas. It was doing a study in regards to pregnancies and the COVID-19 vaccine and the effects on women. And I am hearing it's not a very good. How would you put it? It's not very good, and it's not very flattering for all these people.
You know,
As far as Army vet, amen on that. And if you ever want to come on and talk, I'm not gonna filter you. So if you, we're streaming both here and on YouTube, but you know what? If I get booted off of YouTube, I try to be very careful about what I say. But hey, sometimes we just have to have fun. And I don't know if you are in the Signal platform, but if you want to be where you can actually touch base with us individually, let us know. We'll get you a link over to it. They're going to be 2 to 4 years behind at school. Hubby's a special education teacher.
absolutely.
The area is so popular with illegal immigrants. Yeah.
The priorities of, and I'm not going to say just Democrats, the priorities of government in general, with the exception of Trump and those who believe in MAGA, excuse me, are so backwards. They aren't putting the American people first. They haven't been putting the American people first for years.
And you have a great night, Army Vet 13. We'll see you the next time around. Sorry I interrupted you.
The biggest problem we have right now is not necessarily what's happening outside the country. It's what's happening in this country. We are our own problem. I watched something the other day that really clicked with me, and that is when we were kids, we were taught sticks and stones may break our bones, but words will never hurt me. Now you don't get the sticks and stones. Now you huh?
Oh, somebody offended me. They looked at me the wrong way.
It's absolutely amazing to me how parents can't teach their kids this stuff. Listen, guys, I get it. We all want our kids to be number one athletes. We always want our kids to be the ones that get the trophies. I told my kids point blank, if it's not a championship, it's getting thrown away. And it's not to punish my kids. You earn that trophy. You earn that plaque. You earn that medal. You have earned your way through life. And that's not happening anymore.
Guys, parents, and I know everybody's parents on here, so I know you probably know some helicopter parents, and I'm apologizing. My nose has been running like crazy. But every single one of us knows the helicopter parents out there. And you may come across, this may come across as me being condescending. It's not. But if I was raised the way that a lot of the children are being raised today or were being raised when I was a kid, I'd probably be a left-wing lunatic. Let's just be real. But it's kind of crazy, but I didn't have a TV to watch when I grew up. I didn't have video games to play when I grew up. I didn't have any of that. I was at ROTC. I was in advanced education classes all the way down the list. And if I slacked off, why aren't you working harder? I got up every morning at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning to feed cows, to feed the horses, to feed the chickens, to do all that. Got all my chores done, went inside, ate my breakfast. Time to go to school. And people thought, oh, in the summertime you have all this time. No, from sun up to sundown, you were out working in the fields. It wasn't the. It's not. Hello there from the concrete ranch or whatever. No, we actually lived by the cowboy values. A man had to earn his bread by the sweat of his brow. If we didn't work up a sweat during the day and we didn't work our tails off for my parents, we didn't eat dinner. We didn't eat lunch. If we didn't eat to earn the food that we put in our bellies, we didn't eat. So for me, I look at this and I'm like, we have raised, and I know I'm guilty of it myself, so I have to be careful. I'm kind of a hypocrite, but we have to be careful as to what we allow our children to do. I mean, This is one of the worst tech. Is awesome technology, but when you put it in the hands of a 1 to 5-year-old, it destroys them. You put it in the hands of a 6 to 10-year-old, there might be a little bit of an addiction. But 16, I didn't receive my first cell phone until I could buy it at the age of 16. So, but
I gave my kids, because of the divorce, I gave my child a cell phone. There was no internet for it, no texting available for it. It was a flip phone that she had to press numbers to dial on. That's it. That's it. They didn't receive their first iPhones until they were in their teens. I don't know. There's a whole lot more I could say on this. But I need to lighten up the mood because we're an hour and almost 20 minutes in. I need to lighten the mood up because I need to lighten my mood up. I felt some emotion come up that I did not want to portray out here.
Hey, I have some tissues for you.
You know what? Honestly, that truth, whenever I started getting in that rant, I felt them coming. No bullshit.
Yeah.
I had to stop because I felt them coming. It pisses me off to the core, to my personal core, that our government worries about other countries. They worry about how other countries are doing. They worry about immigrants over kids who are starving, legitimately starving in our own country.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Yeah, so Drake got a garden hose with rode in a car with no seatbelts on, rode a bike with no helmet on. Guys, we all lived that day.
Listen, who skeeched?
What's that?
Did anybody skeech? You ever heard of the word skeech?
I don't know what you're talking about, old man.
Really? Take a ski rope, tie it to the back of a car when it's snowing.
Oh no, we didn't call it that.
No way that happens anymore. In fact, I started talking to my son about it, and I go, "Are you stupid? Really? Are you stupid?" Yeah. When it snowed, we used to tie a regular ski rope from a boat to the back of a car. And we used to, like I said, call it skeeching.
And already, I just got to your comment. There are a lot of people that literally take being the spoiled for granted, and they turn it into it's a psychological issue eventually in their life. Not saying that it was the case with you, and you've always been respectful to me, so I'm going to share that same respect. But a lot of kids now, they're spoiled, rotten little crap heads, and I don't want to deal with them.
Yeah.
And my kids, I told my wife, and some people might get a little upset with me, but I'm pretty blunt with my kids. You either do this or you get your butt whooped. And
My 16-year-old, since he got his license, I told him, listen, you go wherever you want to go, but you tell me when you're going to leave the place that you're at and where you're going to next. I don't care what you do to a point.
That's
going on.
that, Lori. That is exactly right. That is what we've always called it, playing hooky.
Playing hooky means skipping school.
Not out in the Midwest, it don't.
I am in the Midwest.
Chicago don't. Nice try.
It was funner with it. We did the back bumper too, but it was funner. Funner? That's right. It was more enjoyable with the ski rope because if you got that car to turn just right, man, you'd send somebody screaming along. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right into a snowbank.
We've done that many times. Firm believer in the flat of the hand or on the round of the rump. Yes. TP houses. Yes, we used to toilet paper houses. Guys, there was something funny that I did. It was funny, but it was scary that I was even able to do it. And I will share it off of here on Signal because I could actually get in a lot of trouble for even talking about it on live. But yes, I will share that story with you guys on Signal because I thought it was hilarious until after it was done, and then I found out I wasn't really as funny as I thought I was. But yeah, playing hooky and skipping school in Cali. We used to throw. So one of the things I did when I was about 15 years old is we'd go hang out in a little town called Whitewood, and there'd be snow all over the ground, and we'd take eggs on Halloween. We'd take eggs and put the eggs inside of snowballs and toss them at people as they were walking out of the bar. And we went through a whole bunch of eggs, and well, we got down to our last three. We said, okay, the next one gets all three. And yeah, anyways, out walked the sheriff. And we took off for running. So yeah. But guys, I know Jason's just kind of looking owly there.
I'm trying to woosah.
Well, that's kind of why I was telling that story, to kind of make you chuckle a little bit. The sheriff walked out and we took off and running. Well, us being 15, we weren't all that sharp in the fact that there's snow on the ground. We're running. The sheriff already knew where we were hiding, so he just had to follow the tracks. We went to my buddy's house, dove under the bed. Mom, if a police officer comes to the door, don't let him in. We're not here.
I'll beat you one better. Quick story, and then you can wrap up. We're at the high school doing donuts in the high school parking lot. I had an 83 Thunderbird. Buddy of mine, he had an 86 IROC. We're doing donut competitions in the parking lot. We get out of the parking lot, obviously just chock full of smoke. I mean, just everywhere. We take off. They beat us to the house. That's how well they knew who I was. They didn't even see the cars leave the lot. They just went straight to the house. We pull in the driveway, and of course they're right there. Doing at Glimmer at the high school. Nothing. We weren't even there. Don't lie to us. Walk right up to the back of the car. What's all this rubber on the back of your car for? Okay. How you gonna explain that off?
Yeah, I don't have a clue. I mean, it's there's some pretty funny stories that I got into all sorts of trouble. That same buddy of mine was he liked to go after skunks and wild animals. He could catch just about any wild animal with his bare hands, and we got in trouble from the thing I was telling you about. So what did we have to do? Well, we had to actually go and clean the police cars, the city police car. That was part of our community service. The last day, my buddy, he's just livid. Captured a skunk on his way to go clean the cop car. So he puts it in his backpack and just
Oh no.
holds on to it, just keeps the tail down nice so it don't spray all over the place. And I'm like, okay. We get there, we clean it out. The cop, he leaves it, goes to close the door. The cop's like, guys, you have to go. I have to go out on a call. So he comes running out. My buddy opened up his backpack as he was shutting the back hatch, letting the skunk out. This cop is flying down the highway at almost 75 when the skunk starts spraying. Oh yeah, we got in a lot of trouble.
Oh.
But with that, guys, I know we've had a lot of fun. We've covered a lot of things. So, guys, remember, every single person that we talk to, we need to discuss things with people. You guys have a pen and a microphone. Use them. The silent majority will no longer stay silent. God bless you guys. God bless the United States of America. We will see you at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Have a great night, everybody.